What's up, everybody? My name is Ron Empire, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Starminer. I'm super excited to finally be able to do coverages for this game. This will be the first of many videos. I've been looking forward to Starminer for a very long time now. This game used to go by IllSpace, by the way. Even the application at the top left corner of my window says IllSpace. When I first saw the various Twitter posts for this game, it gave me a lot of Falling Frontier vibes. Another game that I've been looking forward to. So I've had access to Starminer for almost 2 years now since Paradox Arc was originally doing the publishing and marketing for this game before they went separate ways. I want to give a proper shout out thanking Paradox Arc for hooking me up with the Starminer developers. And thank you, Cool and Good Games, the developers, for continuing to let me have exclusive creators access to Starminer and being part of the behind-the-scenes testing, taking in my feedback, suggestions, and actually implementing them. Specifically, putting in the hardware cursor. They had a separate beta testers branch and a creators branch for a while. A very small handful of creators got the privilege of poking around on the creators branch, but we weren't allowed to post anything until now. Starminer is a survival spaceship, space station, colony sim-like mining company game. It gives me a lot of EVE Online-like vibes, with a mix of Space Haven, Outworld Station, and the Crust. You get to build a spaceship and space mining station in modules and components. Let me read to you the Steam description. Design and build a massive interstellar fleet in the simulation sandbox. Strip space of its minerals for profit, but stay alert. Your greed attracts the alien. Master deep base building and deploy warships to protect your empire in immersive real-time space. This game will be released in early access on May 27, 2026. Developer is Cool and Good Games, self-publishing. And thank you so much, developers, for the extra giveaway game keys. Really appreciate it. So if you happen to win the monthly giveaway, you'll be able to choose this game as your game key of choice. All right, let's jump in and take a look at the options. In the options, we've got display here. I've got window mode. And this is my screen resolution. I've got vertical sync on. So frame limit shouldn't really matter. It should stick around at around 60, as you can see my top left. I think you can tweak the DirectX, but I'm going to leave it at 11. Let's see here. What else? I don't have an NVIDIA. Some of these things were already preset, so I'm going to leave it alone, but I just wanted to show you what's available. In the audio, you know what? I'm going to turn off this chatter, because it does kind of get loud, and it's a little bit of a ambience. Effects, yeah, I'll leave that alone. Music, hopefully the music's not too loud. Should be fine. Game, okay, so cinematics, that's more or less in the campaign. I'm going to cycle through all the languages for you. Okay. Now, the developer told me arcade and simulation. In the arcade mode, it helps stabilize the station so they don't drift if they're unbalanced. Essentially, if you press forward, it'll go forward without tilting and drifting. And simulation is the reverse of that. Tooltips, I'm going to leave that on. Deconstruction notification, yes, I definitely want that on. My mouse sensitivity, I can change that. I don't need to invert it. But I'm going to leave this alone. I think everything is fine. The key binding screen. I'm not going to remember all this. I've been playing this game on and off every time there's something new to test. But it's been a while. I don't remember exactly everything. I do remember at least the control keys for movement. Developer did tell me another good tip is Alt-V for free camera movement. Or free camera view. So this is very useful. Orbital view, huh? Alt-O, okay. Focus on the station, F. Okay, that's great. That's a very other useful, handy button. Alright, that should be fine. And then controller. I do not have a game controller, so none of this matters, but it is available. Alright, let's go ahead and apply that. Close. And then benchmark just gives you a little benchmark. It's very quick. Let's click on that so you guys can see it. At least what my current benchmark is like. So that way you guys get an idea while I'm playing what my current situation is like. A long time ago, this game was super unoptimized. It was humming so hard on my video card. I actually thought my computer was going to fly to the moon or something. Or overheat and blow up. But I will say, this new version is just amazing. Very pleased with the development so far. I think the developers slightly toned down some of the graphics, or my video card is not doing it justice. So I was looking at some older screenshots of Illspace, and things were a lot different, or very beautiful, by the way. So all I can tell you is that I'm probably not doing a really good job showing you the full limitation of the game. I was going to buy an NVIDIA card, the 570 Ti, but the prices have been skyrocketing. But yeah, let me tell you, the game is definitely beautiful if my settings were higher and I was not video capturing this. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. Okay, and then let me briefly show you the achievements list. I did do some of this stuff already. Ever since they added the achievement, some of this got checked off. So yeah, there's a bunch of the achievements. I already see that they've got Steam achievements listed. So some of these are tied to Steam achievements. Trade. I'm not going to scroll through all of this. It's quite long. Yeah. Alright, so let's go back. And then, let me show you the different modes. Today, we'll do some training, so I can get this video up as quickly as possible. We'll do the campaign live together. And then the sandbox mode, and then survival mode. So here, you can see all the players who have played in the sandbox mode. I'm not going to click on this, because it drops you into the survival mode. Or sorry, this is the players who have done the survival mode, and the high score is only shown here on the screen. I asked the developer, where else can you see the leaderboard, and it's only on this page. I think they might add in like a larger, proper leaderboard screen, but for now, it's only the top 7. So back, I can see Newcomb on there. Funny, huh? So yeah, only a handful of creators have been poking around with this. And let's do the training mode. Now, I have already finished all of these a long time ago, but we're going to do this together for real this time. They've made a lot of changes since I've last looked at it.
Welcome, Commander.
Movement and basic mining. All right. That little voiceover kind of reminds me of Battletech in MechWarrior, where you're in the cockpit and the computer says, "Weapons online." Very, very cool. Hello and welcome to the Pragia Luminosia's spacecraft training course. I am Keio, and I will be your guide through these simulation modules. Okay. Apologies, I'm required to say that every time. This first simulation will teach the common principles of navigation in the void of space. You'll be piloting a small shuttle, a trustworthy design that has survived with little modification for nearly 40 years. Interesting. As this is an introductory module, advanced features have been disabled. Mining, construction, and combat will be introduced in due time. Got it? First thing, the view controls. Press and hold the right mouse button. Drag the mouse to rotate your view. Scroll wheel zooms in and out. Okay. Clicking right mouse button on any of the spacecraft modules will bring up its context menu. We'll revisit that later. Clicking left mouse button on empty space will clear out any menus and selections, okay? So if you click, let's see here, right click on this. This is the context menu. You click left mouse button, that should go away. Now there is currently a wonky mechanic or bug, I guess, with the left mouse button clicking on the empty space, and I'll tell you that in a little bit. Developers are aware of that, and they plan on fixing it, so it's going to be the right mouse button for the navigation point creation. And I'll show you that in a little bit. Understood? Single click selects the module on your ship. Double click focuses the camera. Press F to focus back to your station if you have selected any other object. Make sense? Alright, so F key. Alright, before undocking your can, it is usually a good idea to turn on your power grid. This will supply energy to ships, boosters, and other systems. Ow. Down here, press G to activate the power grid, or click on the flashing button on the bottom. Activate your power energy grid. Okay, so let's turn it on.
Grid online.
Yes, feel your ship wake beneath your feet. She wants to fly, but she won't go far while docked. Objective, undock from the Pragia Luminosia. Left, click on the highlighted undock button to detach from the docking point. Okay, here we go. Let us begin with simple linear movements. Alright. Press W on your keyboard to apply forward thrust with your boosters. Don't lean on it too much. As soon as you release it, a counterforce will be applied automatically to stop your ship. That's your piloting aids doing the work. Piloting aids. Got it. Okay. We'll come back to these later. For now, practice doing some linear maneuvers with your boosters. Try not to drift too far. You can always review your current objective by hovering on the objectives panel on the top right. W, SAD to move forward, backward, left, and right. Hold Q and E to move your ship up and down. Okay. I'm trying to go a little faster on this little tutorial right now because there's another bug in the game where the crew will die on the space station for some reason. Apparently I'm taking too long to complete this tutorial, and I've done this tutorial like maybe 20 times by now. There's always something I'm finding wrong to report to the developers to fix, and there are steps later in this tutorial where the crew is supposed to construct something, but they all died for some reason because the water ran out. Alright, so W, ASD, Q, and E. Pressing N will toggle the orientation tool. Red arrows show forward, white arrows shows up. Alright, let's do that now. So, red arrows here, orientation, and then white arrow. I might zoom out a little bit, you can see the white arrow. You can keep it off, but it's useful for checking your ship's orientation. Zoom out a bit to get a good overview of where it's pointing. It's pointing towards the sun. Good. You've got the linear movement down. Now, try out some rotational maneuvers, okay? Simulation behavior is active by default and accounts for mass and thruster placement. You can switch to arcade mode in the options to force straight movement, ignoring mass and thruster imbalance, okay? And I mentioned that earlier at the start of the video. Use Shift plus the WSAD to rotate the shift left and right, up and down, and then Q and E will roll your ship left or right. Okay. So, now if you notice that I'm zooming in here, and when I do the W and I let go, the boosters, you saw the boosters fired off in the back, and then the boosters fired off in the front because I let go of my W key. That is the aid, the dampeners that automatically fired off to stop your ship right away. When you take your dampeners off, or in, I think, simulation mode, whatever, it will keep drifting. Well, let's continue, though. So let's hold the shift key, W rolls forward, S rolls back, A and D turns it, and then Q and E tilts it, swings it side to left and, well, shifts it left and right, yeah? Sort of. Swings it. I think roll, right? I think that's considered a roll. Excellent. And now, the fun part. Try piloting with linear dampeners disabled. That means boosters will apply no counter force when you release linear thrusters, or thrust, with WSAD and Q&E. Okay, cruising. So we're in cruising mode. That's it. Set velocity, coast, make small corrections, and it gives batteries in your thruster some time to charge. Press T to disable linear dampeners or toggle them from the systems button on the bottom down here. Use space to manually engage them to stop your ship. So spacebar doesn't do a toggle. It basically fires off the reverse thrusters or the reverse boosters, whatever, to push this back to 0, your velocity back down. It doesn't actually do a full reverse all the way, but you do have to hold down the spacebar. Roger that. Coasting will also consume much less energy since dampeners don't need to engage every time you release the thrust. Something to keep in mind if you're short on energy supply. Thanks. Okay. You are now in tactical view. You can also left-click on an asteroid or object to engage the autopilots. Select Fly To or Rotate from the menu to issue the commands. Manual flight. You can also enter the pilot mode by pressing V. Alright, so I'll show you that really quickly. In this mode, the camera is locked behind your spacecraft. So you can kind of see that everything is moving. My mouse, whenever my mouse is moving, it's basically changing the camera's rotation behind the ship. Right, in this mode, the camera is locked behind your spacecraft. Sure, I see. In pilot mode, you can also rotate your ship by holding, that's what I'm doing, holding down, and you get these little arrows showing you which direction your ship is rotating towards. Oh shit. Oh, well, let me take the dampeners. Put the dampeners there, back on. Alright, so V to switch between the two modes. Boom. Let's see, but in pilot mode, you can also rotate your ship by holding blah, 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 but you'll be doing most of your operations in the tactical view. Press V to switch between the two. I did that. So we're back in the tactical view mode. It actually says a little bit of that in the bottom right corner when I switch. See that? There we go. So press V to toggle pilot. Nope, we don't want pilot anymore. So okay. Alright, so we're in tactical view. Alright, and then fly to the waypoint, say close. And click on that. Fly to. Boom. And it's autopiloting right now. Now, I do want to point out, currently there's a slight wonky bug where trying to click on the destination checkpoints don't always produce the context nav menus. It's bugged a little bit. Devs plan on fixing that. By the time you're watching this or buying the game, the right click should be the new way to create nav points. Okay. Now, navigate the checkpoints through this asteroid cluster and practice maneuvering. You can review the state of your ship's system and pilot aids on the bottom mid part of your screen. That's down here. Let me turn this aid on. Say OK. You can press F to view the list of available commands. Now reach the next checkpoint. Try not to dent the rig. Yeah, you don't want to dent your rig. The hull points are a little finicky. You can blow off some of the ship components. You might lose, like, say, your solar panels, and you'll lose some energy. So it is possible to fail the training mission, in which case you have to restart everything. A little frustrating on that. It can be frustrating if you don't know what you're doing, and it might take you multiple tries. So definitely spend a lot of time in this training session when you do play the game. Don't jump right into any other mode. It's very important that you understand some of the basic mechanics here. Alright, so see how, like, I tried to click on that point over there? Now I can't anymore. And it's got this select horizontal point. So what this is doing is it allows me to create a new point to fly to. So in this mode, this is the horizontal level. And wherever my mouse is moving, that is the horizontal level. Right? And I can choose something. Let's see here. I'm going to choose something close to this. for example. And then now it wants me to do a vertical point. So this over here happens to be below the horizontal plane. So I'm going to choose this because that's roughly along our path. I'm going to say, okay, fly to. And let the ship autopilot towards that. And as we get closer, I'll let the nav... we'll create a new nav, I guess. Right now the ship is doing its thing to get to that nav. But yeah, it's going to be right-click later to get to access the nav thingy. Alright, so now we're really close. Yeah, see, it won't register that for some reason still. Roughly there, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Fly to. There we go. Linear and angular dampeners can aid you in your piloting, but produce more heat and consume much more energy than bursts of throttle. Objective: follow the white line from your ship and reach the next checkpoint behind the asteroid. Okay. So, autopilot just basically moves in a straight line. And right now, there are asteroids between us and the next checkpoint. So you don't want to use auto nav or onto that spot. You want to... Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can move my ship around it so that the line has a straight path. And if I'm lucky, the game will register this click. It's just really weird how it won't register the click sometimes. Yeah, see? Hopefully I got that. No, it's putting up on this one. Say cancel. Yeah, let's... Alright, it's roughly around here, right? And then it's roughly down there. No, it created it over here. Say cancel. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna fly manually towards it. Shift D. And then Shift A. Or W. So I'm roughly pointing my thingy towards it, right? This is almost like Homeworld in some ways. Alright, let's just go ahead and enable our W thrusters. But I do like the fact that the game is pure 3D and not completely locking you on a plane. Very Eves Online-ish here. Alright, let's go ahead and shift, rotate a little bit. Shift, Q, and E. And then Shift, D. And then keep moving forward. I think we're fairly close, right? A little Wing Commander-ish like in some ways here. Spacebar, spacebar, there we go. Good, now on to the next one behind that asteroid there. Remember, these rigs are heavy. It takes the same amount of force to stop them as it does to get them moving. Objective, reach the next checkpoint. Yep, okay. And then forward. And then Q and E. Alright, and then thrust forward. Okay, we didn't hit anything, right? Thrust forward. Q and E. Moving forward. And Q and E. Okay. Forward. Okay. Shift. There we go. Reach the next checkpoint to the repair depot. If you ding your rig, just park the designated area and the hull point depot crew will fix it up. Objective, final checkpoint. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, let's see here. That works, right? Yep. Great. Fly to. This time around, that clicked. Last time, it did not. I had to click on the station and fly to the station instead. And that should autopilot. Okay. You seem a capable pilot. So I did tell the developer they're going to fix this. Should be, you seem to be a capable pilot. With a bit more practice, you'll get the hang of it. Return to the Pragia Luminacia to learn about the docking procedures and the basics of outfitting your rigs. Try not to crash into it. Go slow. Objective, reach the Pragia Luminacia. Okay. And my ship is not dinged, so I don't really need to go in here to get anything repaired. So we should be fine. The arrow from there here to there, let's go ahead and rotate it. Okay, so shift, Q and E. Alright, left. Alright, luckily that works too. Woof! Thank God. Hopefully I don't ding this. So, little tip here, do not ding your ship. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thrusters, thrusters, thrusters! Woof! Oh, I dodged it. Yeah, so on another one of my sessions, I blew up one of the solar panels. So I ended up with less energy generation. And that kind of gimped me. So you don't want to do that. There we go. Let the autopilot do the work. Alright, so hopefully the workers are alive on the station. That's it, and now back to where you started to dock again. This will require more precision, and you need to get close. Try to align the connection socket with your ship with the one in the Pragia. Okay, how exactly? So I gotta have my butt facing towards their little butthole here until this lights up. Okay. And so it's the back of my ship. This right here needs to back up into this little butt right here. Alright, W. I just gotta get in this little box with the butt roughly near each other. So let's do Shift D. And then Q, W. And by the way, I am a horrible parallel parking person. I always take forever when I'm trying to do parallel parking. And this kind of gives me that vibe, that feeling. Alright, so that is up, right? Rotate. Now leave some comments, you know, down below if you guys are good at parallel parking or not. Or if it gives you trouble in IRL. And if you don't drive, yeah, that's okay too. Let us all know that you don't drive. Some people who live in New York, they don't even drive. They don't. And I don't recommend driving in New York. Alright, let's go ahead and back this thing up. Oops, wrong direction. Backing is S key, right? Should be the S key. You know what? Let's rotate the thingy here this direction, and then we'll rotate the butt later. Yeah, I'm a horrible parallel parking person. Driver. Okay. That right there is the butt. And then up. There we go. Hit it. There we go. Autopilot. Thank God. Alright, looks like I do have crew members. I do have 20 colonists. I still have water. So if devs should be fixing this. But if you do run out of water and then the crew dies off, you won't be able to construct anything. Luckily, I made it in time. Understood. Wonderful. Now we will build some new components on your ship. The Paragia will supply all needed materials with its constructors. Now that you've proven that you can dock your ship, you can also undock it for better clearance during construction. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at this over here, by the way. So on one of my playthroughs, I had no colonists to finish the construction or creation of this next part. When you order a construction, the nearby constructors or construction towers will start supplying your newly built components with materials. Objective, toggle build mode. Close. That's down here. This button now is available to us. It was not earlier. The green color modules have available expansion slots. The large ones are for Tier 2, and the small hexagonal shaped ones are for Tier 1 components. Okay. Let's prepare the ship for mining operations. It will need mining lasers to harvest or an expanded storage to carry it all. Okay, yeah. Alright. I recommend you build it on the front side of the T2 cleft node. You can review your installed modules in the overview panel that's over here in your right side. And select a suitable expansion slot and construct a T1 laser from the drop-down menu. Tip, if you want to cancel construction of a module, press Ctrl D with the module selected. Okay, yeah. Alright. So the cleft node is this one. It's highlighted for us. So let's click on it. And then I can choose this. And let's put the laser on. And now the tower should start building stuff, right? For some reason it's stuck. Let me undock this. Nope, it's still stuck here. Oh, there we go. Finally, they are building. Yeah, I was worried that they were not going to finish that. Alright, good. We also need a storage module for your collected ore. I recommend you build it on the T1 array or on the Hulk node. Let's see here. Note that you also undock and you can also undock to align yourself better with the firing range of the T2 construction towers on the Paragia Luminacia. Objective, construct the T1 metal storage one time. Okay. They said some Hulk, right? Core Hulk node? Let's do that. Which one is that? That's this over here, right? Off one of the T1s? That one, right? This one. Storage. There you go.
Construction completed.
We will also need a scanner to identify the composition of an asteroid. I recommend you put it on the T1 array module, the bottom of your ship. Okay, T1 scanner, right? The bottom of my ship. Let's see here. An arrow, which way is the arrow pointing? Let's see where the arrow is pointing. It should be on the ends of the ship, right? This is the front side. Back up a little bit here. Yeah, that's the front. Alright, so the bottom is, say, this side. Alright, let's go with this. Scanners? No. Scanners. I might be too far out. I'm gonna thrust forward a little bit here. Oh shit. I think I'm rotated completely in the wrong direction because that's not up. There you go. Oh, that's the top side, huh? There you go.
Completed.
Okay, good. Now we need some hangars for our haulers. They will collect any mined ore in the vicinity. You could put them on the same empty T1 slot on your Hulk node. Construct 2 hangars. Alright, let's see here. Can I get a hangar there? Can I get a hangar? Put a hangar in the back. No. I don't want to add any nodes. No. Maybe another spot here. I don't want to add nodes though. Yeah, those are my only choices. Small hangars. Let me see if I can get back into the thingy here. Let me just rotate my butt around. See if I can just dock it for me. Undock. For some reason the hangar is not getting built. Control D? Or control, I think it's like Control D, right? Alright, what's it saying? You could put them on some empty T1 slots on your Hulk node. B key. Oh, I hit the V key. Sorry, wrong key. B key. hangar, right? That's the storage. Might have to add another thingy, I don't know. Oh, I guess I could do there. Let's just do it there. Alright, it's not finishing. Maybe I need to be in the range of the scanners. Get off of the build mode here. Turn on the drift, or dampeners. Let's back this up. Yeah, for some reason it's not finishing the building of my thing. What am I missing? Yeah, what am I missing? All those units. Yeah, don't know why this is the case. I'm within range of the construction tower too, so I don't know. The tower. Let's take a look at the sensors. Yep, they're still alive. So it's not dead people. Yeah, it's not dead people. Oh, the water's gone. Oh, people are dead. For some reason, that's there. I think this must be... Yeah, so everybody died. And so that means I cannot... I can't get the rest of this built. How is that a thing? Is that so terrible? Oh my goodness. F key. Sorry, switch back to these guys. I'm wondering if I can transfer people to the tower. This should not be a thing for you guys. But let's see if there's a way for me to transfer stuff to the towers. Let me see if I can fumble around here, clicking on this. Let me choose this. Click on this. No, that's jettison, right? I don't know if I can transfer it. I don't think I can. Yeah, the people are dead in the tower itself. And so that's why they're not building the rest of this. This is so terrible, huh? Yeah, so that means my thing is not gonna get finished. And I don't know if I have to redo this tutorial again to get past this. I don't think I can transfer because the tutorial's gated. Let me ask Dev right now. Yeah, I don't think I can transfer right now in the tutorial. Usually there's like a pop-up where I can transfer stuff to the tower or between things. Nope, I don't think I can. This is my character, this is the bulletin. This is the fleet. The logs, the research. Yeah, we'll do that later in the next 2-bit tutorials. The next 2 tutorial steps are actually very easy. They go through fast. Can I create? Oh, there's no... Create to see if I can transfer something. From station? No, from my ship to the station. I shouldn't have to do this, by the way. This should not be a thing. Repeat intervals? No, right? Amount. Here, right? Let's give them 5 crew members. Close. Or set. What did it say? Error or something, right? Has no cargo bay built. Oh my god, I cannot transfer to them. Because I don't have the cargo bay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, let's see here. Let's try to reload and go faster. Yeah, let's go with that one because that's the lowest amount of time, so that should be fine. Alright, let's, we got some constructors here, right? Let's try to build faster this time. Click on the station. I've got one guy alive there, right?
Construction completed.
Yeah, I got one guy there. And build a metal storage. D key. Storage. Hurry, please. Yeah, there's one guy alive on the station. Oh, he just died. That means I'm not going to get... Wait, maybe 82? No. 82 people are still alive. I should be able to continue.
Construction completed.
Okay. Got a scanner here. B key. Scanner.
Construction completed.
Okay, get the hangar out. Another hangar. Alright, so people are still alive. Thank God.
Construction completed.
But yeah, devs just informed me that there's going to be another patch for me that will fix all of this issue here. Alright, so exit build mode. Out of build mode. We need some haulers as well. Right-click on the hangar. And select the hauler from the menu to construct it. These smaller crafts will pick up the floating ore materials and deliver them back to the station. Construct 2 haulers. Wait, where? Right-click on my hangar. Where's my hangar? Right-click. Build the hauler. Build the hauler. I don't have to right-click it. I just click on this. The module that works. Okay, so deep space mining is the backbone of civilization and the lifeblood of any fleet. Even those ramshackle pirate will maintain his mining equipment for the easy source of credits. Okay. Telemetry from an UEA patrol indicated asteroids close by. They could hold valuable resources. Yes, you should check. Okay. Approach the asteroid site. Okay, cool. Go there. Hopefully I don't need the station anymore. I think people will be dead by then. Fly 2. Let's go there. Hopefully it's not going to ding. There's no... It's a straight path, right? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you can tell if something's not working for you guys, just FYI, when you're doing the tutorial, check to see if you have enough crew members. Right? It looks like they're dying off because they have no water. You see that? So Devs is going to fix this where the water is filled up. But you'll know whether your crew member are alive or not by looking at this number here. So 0-0 means there's nobody left. They're all dead. Since there's no water, these 9 guys eventually will die. And this is my ship, right? Why is it not... No, it's not continuing the autopilot for some reason. Nope. Alright, shit. The autopilot stopped working. W. Straight shot fly, right? Okay. Turn. Forward. Turn. Forward. Alright, there we go. There is still some debate on what makes an asteroid. Size, composition, or location. I like to keep life simple. If you can mine it, it counts. In order to mine, you need to know what you're mining. Your scanner system is now unlocked. We'll use it to determine the asteroid's composition. Alright. Approach the asteroid with scanners enabled. C. And hit it with the scanner's beam to start identifying its composition. Objective, scan the asteroid. Close.
Scanners online.
Okay. Do we have a composition? Oh, it's got a lot of stuff. Conduct a complete scan. Is it just that one or no? Or all the ones around us? I think it wants that one too or something, right? We turn off the scanner. Well, actually I can just choose, right? No, that is the other key. Scanners off.
Scanners offline. Scanners online.
Conduct complete scan. Maybe I need to move forward to this. Oh, I think it's that one that I need to scan, right? That's the objective over there. Oh, god dang it. Fly to that one instead. And that's the one I need. That's the objective one. It's hidden. That little objective point is hidden behind that asteroid. There we go. Scanning. The asteroid contains large deposits of silicates and some trace amount of cobalt, but it needs to be broken down first. Your mining systems are now unlocked. Also, disable the scanners as you don't need them anymore. Sure thing.
Scanners offline.
If you hover your cursor over the asteroid, watch for the lines from your mining lasers. They will let you know whether or not you're in range, and the mining lasers can see the asteroid. Okay, looks like we are, right? Understood? Objective, mine the asteroid and deliver ore to your ship. 5 cobalt chunks. Close? Where is the lasers? Fly to that? Where's my online mining? There we go.
Mining online.
Fly to it. Okay. Safe distance. Yeah, I'm digging this. The whole build your own little ship module thing. Scanning asteroids and mining stuff. A lot of EVE online here. So we got the haulers bringing back the ores. Let's zoom in on this. Very, very cool, right? Amazing stuff. What's interesting about this is that the asteroid has different, like, components or different, I guess, segments or slots or whatever, right? Parts to the asteroid itself. So it's not just like target one asteroid and boom, you collect that one and move on, right? And there's actually sections of this thing that you can break down. A little detailed simulation here. Yeah, I'm excited to do the coverage on the campaign after we finish through this. The next couple of tutorial steps shouldn't take too long. This one is probably the most bulky part of the training session. There isn't a fast forward option here either, by the way. So it takes a little bit. Okay. Got 4 units. There we go. That's it. You've got the basics down. You know how to maneuver your ship, build what you need, and mine rock. Hang around here and experiment if you want, or head to the tutorial 2 where you're ready. Thank you. All right. This concludes the first training module. To proceed to the next one, return to the main menu and select Module 2. Okay. Go ahead and escape. Exit the main menu. Sure, let's save it. PT. Main menu. Then, number 2, construction and assembly.
Welcome, Commander.
Construction, salvage, and repair. Glad you made it this far, pilot. I'm guessing you've wrapped up your first training run, movement mining, and all the basics. Yeah. Good. You'll need those skills here if you get stuck. F1 will recall the list of useful commands. This wreck here used to be the DS Refine orbiting near series. Got hit hard. Pirates, scavers, maybe worse. What's left is barely holding any shape. Okay, yeah, damn. Good news is, it's a perfect training ground. You'll learn how to scavenge, trade, and rebuild a full station from the ground up. You'll handle the blueprints and build crews. I'll guide you through the hard parts. Let's get to it. And you're in command of a small construction fleet to get this site going again. On it. OWL is backing this operation, and they're putting some faith in you. Orbital Works and Logistics doesn't just let anyone run their ships. Treat these birds with grace, and we'll do good. We'll do. Approach the site with Restore 7 and see what we're dealing with. Approach the waypoint. A line from your ship goes to the objective destination. Yeah, it's done. Let's click on that one. Like, that one is kind of close to it. Just click on that one. Because I can't get a lock on the other for some reason. Okay. Stop. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I forgot to turn off the dampeners. Or turn on the dampeners. Okay. It would be a good idea to clear the derelicts before we can start laying down new modules. You can use a scavenger to break down what's left and recover anything usable. Okay, noted. I'll leave you to handle this yourself as you go, since you've already know your way around the mining ops. Scavenging's pretty much the same as mining asteroids. Cut the derelicts down with your mining lasers, then send in the haulers to collect the scrap. Sure. Looks like the light transporter got left behind. Scavers didn't have time to strip it. We can put it to use. It'll make a solid hauler for routing and storing materials. Possess it, and it's yours. Got it. Press I on your keyboard to bring up the overlays for easier identification of debris. Deal with the floating debris as you see fit. The scavenger is here to help you out. Select it from the overview on your right when you need it. You know, I'm going to do this here so you guys can see the controls. And select it from the overview on your right where you need it. Okay, got it. So this is I key. I'm going to take off the I key. But it lets you see stuff that you can get rid of. For now, I'm going to take it off. Let's focus on getting your ship close to the DS refine and jack into its core systems. Select the interface and claim the command and use the station, and the station will recognize you as its handler. How? Select this. I already know this, but it's a good idea to stick with the tutorial and not go off rails. I've done that. There are bugs in this game. Keep in mind, this is early access still. This is probably like the 4th time that I've done this particular mission, because the game did crash a couple of times and developers got my crash reports. Hopefully they will fix this soon and it doesn't crash again. Once it's under your control, it will be set as your current control station. You can always switch control back to the restore by double-clicking on it or by selecting it on your overview window at the top. Possess the station, close. Yep, okay. Done. Right-click. It's right-click. Possess. Good. Control transfer complete. You now hold command authority over the station and can deploy construction blueprints or issue operational orders. Neat. Now, switch back to the Restore 7. You can select it from the overview panel on your right. We'll load some construction materials from the Atlas hauler to your construction ship. How do we do it? Alright, so I gotta click on the Atlas, right? Trade with the... Select this Restore, open the interaction menu on the hauler ship, and choose Trade. Understood. Okay, so, but hold on just a bit. Will do. First, we need to make room for your cargo bays. This old can has some ore left from the previous reclaiming run. We gotta get rid of it, okay? It's kind of weird that they showed us that other step of the tutorial, and then now they're teaching us something else, which some of you who have short-term memory like me may forget about how to do that trade. But I'll show you in a bit here. Hopefully I'll remember. Let's get rid of the crap first. We gotta jettison the stuff, right? We gotta get rid of 10 ores. I'm not gonna read all this, because I've already gone through this like a million times reading it, and I'm having to re-record this over and over. I'm not gonna read all that. But I'm gonna select my Restore, and then I'm gonna eject my chunks. And then I'm going to choose where to place it. Let's just place it really close by. Here. There. Confirm. And it's going to get ejected. Hopefully the game doesn't crash again. Alright. Great. Transfer. Okay, so that's 100 tons less that we have to lug around. Start by pumping 300 units from the units of iron from the Atlas hauler into the frame that'll cover the first skeletal modules. Note that it takes some time for the cargo to reach your station. Be patient. You can move your ship closer to the Atlas hauler to speed up the process. We're definitely going to move closer because it will not reach us or be able to transfer if we're not within range. Alright, so say okay. Let's see if I can get it to the hauler again. That point. Let's go ahead and fly to that point. That might help me. Yeah, let's go to that nav point. It should autopilot now. Alright, let's see here. Let's turn up the music a little bit. Because it keeps saying that there's something being played. And I don't think I'm hearing anything. No, it's not hitting anything, right? We're not ramming in.
Warning.
Oh
Hull
shit.
breach detected.
Oh shit. Oh god. That was bad. Very bad. I don't think we lost anything, right? Alright, so now we're near the hauler, blah 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 blah. You can read that on your own. Restore 7. And it's right click, I believe. Right click. Trade. And then what was it? Iron, right? And it wants about 300. Type it in. Confirm. Confirm the trade. And it should send me the 300 over. I think it's repairing, right? Yeah, it's repairing. Thank God it's repairing. Navigational orientation tool. Alright. 300 tons. That's your basic structural materials taken care of. Next, advanced components. Route 100 units of cobalt into storage. Without it, you won't be able to fabricate Tier 2 modules. Transfer 100 CO metals to restore, okay? Right-click. CO. 100, so that's 10, right? Or 100 of these. Confirm. Or is it 10? I think it's I just need to enter 100. That should be enough. I'm looking at the list to make sure. I think that's based on 10, right? I forgot. Was it 10 equals to the 100, or it's just 7? Well, let's find out. Extras might not hurt. We'll see. Hopefully it's 100. Yeah, very, very Homeworld-ish with this whole vertical 3D, three-dimensional space simulation. I think in some ways it reminds me of Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. That's another game that uses the vertical system. Good. If you ever notice you're running low on any material, you can always reroute supplies from the Atlas hauler or from the scavenger if you'll put it to work. Okay, got it. Now let's start with the restoration. Nodes are split into T1 and T2 modules. Keep it simple. First thing any station needs is energy. The easiest way to generate this is by building some T2 solar panels. Okay. Select the DS refine and press B to enter build mode. Modules with green overlays have at least one T1 or T2 expansion slots available. Okay, proceeding. Let's do DS, right? Choose a T2 expansion on the DS refinery. Let's take a look at this. A T2 expansion slot on the DS refine and select the T2 solar panel from the build menu to confirm placement. Construction engineers will depart from your Restore 7 to deliver resources and start the construction process. Make sure you are in range with your ship. Alright, let's, we need 4 solar panels. Where's my ship? Hang on. Go back. I'm not in range, I don't think. Am I in range? Let's, orbital or orientation tools? Nav tools, right? Alright, let's turn this guy around. Shift. No, this one, right? There we go. Shift. And, W. Or D. And then just W to get closer. Are we close enough? I don't know if we're close enough. Rotate a little bit. There we go. Alright, spacebar. Well, we're on dampener, so that should be fine. Let's go ahead and set the modules. That one. How about this one? E3 core modules. Let's go to build mode first. Oh, okay. Well, let's do it on this one. Solar panels. Choose it? For some reason I can't choose it. I'm gonna hit the F1 key to make it go away. What's it say? Maybe I'm not near it enough. No, I'm near it. Could be near it. Yeah, for some reason it won't let me build it. See if I can... Is that a T2? Okay, that one's building it. I guess I'm not close enough on the other one. It's fine. Kind of wonky. Put it on this one. I think I selected 3, right? That's small ones. That won't fit for some reason. Yeah, solar panel's not on that one. Maybe I can stick it on this one. There we go. Alright, that's it, right? Constructors can only carry a set amount of resources, and they need to return back to the hangars for a refill after running out. Now the station is not generating its own power, and the construction jobs can't complete. We need to reroute some power from the Restore 7 thing. First, exit the build mode with B. Send energy from Restore 7 to DS Refine. You need to set one of the Hulk nodes on the Restore to act as an energy sender. Objective. Exit build mode and right-click on the available Hulk node. 1 cores. And then select the management category from the menu and set the Restore 7 as energy sender. Hulk node, right? Then energy. Set energy sender. Oh. I gotta switch over to the Restore. Right click. Is that working? Oh, I guess I have to set one of my thingies as a sender. Okay, there we go. Good. The next step is to set a Hulk node on DS Refine as an energy receiver. There we go. Got that little mixed up there. Alright, there we go. Good. The last step is to align unoccupied T2 expansion sockets from both Restore 7 and DS Refine, and energy will be sent from the sender to the receiver. Objective: get close and align 2 T2 expansion slots. Complete the solar panel transfer energy remotely from Restore. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. I gotta align it now? Well, this is gonna be a problem, isn't it? This is the hard part. I should have probably picked a different one. Q&E. Alright, and then Q. Go down. Is it close enough? I'm kind of worried about this little debris here. Oh, there we go. I think it's working.
Completed.
Nice. The station's humming again. Now we'll add some batteries to catch the overflow. This will allow us to keep backup power in case your generators get overloaded or damaged, preventing your active station modules from stalling. Understood. This can be especially bad if you're in motion, as no power means no stabilizing retro thrusters. Many overconfident captains have lost their lives, and more importantly, their stations this way. Alright. Notice the information panel on the left of your screen. Even though we are now producing power, you can see that we do not have any available power storage. Now build a T2 energy battery. Objective: build T2 energy battery on the Deep Space Refine. Okay. Build 2 or 1, right? Build mode. Battery. Alright, our little builders from our ship is going over there to build their station. So this is the part where I was telling you guys how this game is very similar to Space Haven, where you've got your own ship, and then you can build up, you know, the asteroids or scavenge something and bring it back. And those are the little builders. Because in Space Haven, when you choose to play the normal mode, Space Station, the abandoned mining station, to build your ship, here we're doing the reverse. We're using our ship to fix up an abandoned space station. Almost like Space Haven. Except for we don't fully simulate the people walking around doing the work. Really digging this simulation. It's very cool. Is it almost done? Oh, it's missing SI. Do I not have SI? Do I not have SI? Yeah, I know that, but... Missing SI. Do I have SI? I think I need the SI, right? Oh, I need 50 units of SI. You know what? It's because our ship was damaged earlier. And so now they need to... And they use some of the SI to repair our ship. So that's kind of a problem. Does the Atlas have any SI? Out of range. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to see if I can get some more SIs delivered to us. Hang on, you know what? Let's see if I can move the Atlas to us. Proximity alert. I'm not hitting anything, am I? I need to turn on my dampeners. Rotate a little bit. Wow, it's taking a long time to stop, huh? Yeah. It's a heavier craft. I mean, this training mission definitely gives a good showcase of controlling different ships. So you got the hauler, and then you've got your own ship over there that does all the constructions. Okay. close enough, though.
Warning, low energy.
Oh, shit. Alright, is that close enough? It might not be close enough, we'll see. It is close enough. Alright, let's take about 100. Confirm. There we go. Oh, we don't need to be close anymore to this, right? Well, we do need to be close to this. Yes. The trade is going to take a while to transport. Very, very cool simulation, though. Very, very, very cool. Solar wings? Something's being built over there. I did not build that. I can't exit out of this horizontal point thing. Alright, so I do have crew members, right? Alright, so now they're gonna go over there and finish this this build. Yeah, the builder's going over there. It's Alt V, right?
Construction completed.
It lets me move my camera around wherever I want to get a good, nice view. Okay, excellent work. The overflow is now being stored in the T2 energy. Oh shit, this. Switch back the camera here. Understood. Click off of this. While those are powering up, let's make some upgrades to our ship. We can speed up our construction efforts by building T2 construction tower. Got it. One important distinction between construction engineers is that T2 construction towers can also deliver energy to construction site. Construct one now on the Restore 7. Remember to route your resources from your cargo ship if needed. Yep, alright, that's what we did earlier. We needed it. Objective, build a T2 construction tower on the Restorer, okay? Build mode. See here. Tower. You got little drones. This reminds me of Star Control 2 with the Urquan Master drones flying around. You got these little drones. Launch fighters. That was such a great game. Yeah, so another comparison I like to make with this game is it's somewhat like Star Control 2, or even the Star Control Origins, where you build your ship module by module and you're reconfiguring it however you want. This game is not about space exploration, though. It's more about being a mining company, establishing a sort of a base of operations, your fleet, your station, and you build and expand your station. You can set up automations too, which is really cool. There's an automation feature. Construction tower online, it directs power and resources to build sites, massively boosting module assembly speed. Okay, cool. Modules require active crew to operate. Provide living space for colonists by constructing habitat modules. Got it. Let's build some. Let's build some then. The colonists info is uniquely displayed in the following format on the bar. Right here. Okay, yep. I pointed that out to you guys earlier. There's a colonist list. House colonist, occupy colonist, and max colonist capacity. Alright. Build 2 habitat on the DS refinery. Let's go ahead and click on that. And then close out of this for now. The build mode. Click on this one. T2, right? This is a T3 module, but it's fine. T2 medium habitat. 1. Now we're building our own little Deep Space 9. How cool is this, guys? Can I do it off of this? I don't know if this has extra space or not. Does not. That one has extra space. Yeah, that has no more space. Nope. Habitat module. I need another spot. Maybe I can piggyback off of that once it's built. Oh, what else does it need? It needs more cobalt. And, whatever. Silicates. Alright, let's go back to the hauler. We need to get closer, don't we? Because transferring that does take a while. What is in proximity? Keep saying there's a proximity alert. You know what? Let's turn off these dampeners so that way I can save power. So I can just drift. Oh, you know what? Let's enable the orientation. Are we drifting closer? Alright, dampeners. Slow down there, buddy. That guy's supposed to be like an elephant-ish, right? Rotating, right? Alright, forward. Alright, switch back to restore, and then request some transfers. What would I like? I need more cobalts, and I need more silicates, right? Let's get about 200 of these. Yeah, let's take about 300. And then let's take about 200 of those. Firm. Hopefully we have the space. We might not have the space for all of them. We'll see. Yeah, we may not have space. Alright, my builders are working on that habitat module there.
Construction completed.
Yeah, alright, so one more, right? Let's switch over this. BS. And switch to B. Build. I can't piggyback off of that anymore. There's no extra space. Oh, there's a small habitat. No, I need medium. I think I'm out of space. I don't have a... I need a T2 slot. One. Oh, there we go. It does have space there. Cool. And then, is it missing anything? Missing cobalt? Oh. Let's find out if it needs it. According to this, it's blinking needing cobalt. Go back to the thingy. Request some cobalt. Another 200, please. According to that, it says it needs cobalt. Yeah, I think we are missing cobalt. Oh, we're missing this. Oh my god. We're missing the SI now. Silicates. Another 200 of these. How's this coming along? Not blinking, right? That means we have enough.
Construction completed.
Yay. Good. Notice that you now have increased your colonist capacity. Okay. Water is essential for survival out here. For a station this size, we will have to store quite a bit of it. Build a large T2 water storage module. This bar on your left side panel shows your current station's water capacity. Okay, and build a T2 water storage module, the DS refinery. Okay. Build mode. T2, right? Water storage. And we need iron and silicates. Let's take about 500 this time. And then iron. Let's take about 500. Oh, it's only got... Oh, the transfer capacity is at its max. It's fine. It's working, right? Well, it's not blinking. And it is getting power. There we go.
Construction completed.
Well done so far, but we are trying to make a factory here, not just a hotel. So, now it's time to start preparing the way for our refineries, definitely. The first thing we need is metal storage for storing asteroid chunks and refined materials. For now, build more of these, but always plan ahead. As your industry scales, so will your storage needs, and you'll need to build more in the future. Objective: build T2 metal storage on the DS refinery. What is it? T2 metal storage? I think we're gonna have to choose the bigger module. T2 metal storage. It's not missing anything, right? Not missing anything, is it? No, right? It's got everything it needs. It's probably refilling. Come back to it. I think. What's missing? Well, let's get out of the build module first. Not blinking any issues. Are we just lacking some resources?
Warning, no? Low energy.
Oh shit, we're out of water. Oh no.
Warning, low energy.
Are there water to trade? It has no water over there, huh? Yeah, I might have to redo this.
Warning, low energy.
I know this. We're out of water. Are people just dying now, or what's the deal? There's H2O over here. Can I get that from you? There is H2O over there, but I don't know if I can take it from it.
Warning, low energy.
No cargo bay. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad.
Warning, low energy.
Hmm. Why am I low energy?
Warning, low energy.
Why am I on low energy? I think I need to pull out. It's probably because of the supplying energy. Let me disconnect my... I think it's related to the energy.
Warning, low energy.
Disable that. Okay, there we go. That should help.
Construction completed.
Yeah, because we were basically transferring energy over to the other one. And so we had no energy to work on the other thingy. Alright, so as you can see, your metal storage capacity has been increased. So I had to type to the developer there just to tell them about the tutorial step. How they really should put in a step to tell players to stop sending energy. Build 2 refinery and the DS refine. Build T2 refinery, right? Let's do that one. Build T2, right? Refinery. Why can't I roll my mouse over that? Yeah, why can't I click on that? Maybe something is in the way. Oh, it's probably because something's in the way. Yeah, I think it's because something's in the way of the module. There we go. That's why. Yeah. Something was blocking it, that's why. It's a good thing I got a basic understanding of this game, because the first time I was doing all of this, it was very, very frustrating trying to figure out what's going on. Hopefully this video is helping you guys. If you're stuck while playing this, hopefully watching this, you'll understand some of your problems as you're working through the tutorial. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Leave a message and comments or whatever. Take it. Alright, so the builders are gonna add refinery. We need to get this thing to have a cargo bay soon, so I can draw some water from the station. Apparently the station has a ton of water. Yeah, the music is pretty cool, huh? Yeah, thing is completely out of water, I'm a little worried about that because our colonists might die off if they don't have enough water. Our crew, that is. And so things might stop. We're also very low on iron, huh? Good draw. What are we missing?
Construction completed.
Almost ready to go, but there's one problem. We can't send any materials to be refined without a functioning cargo bay. There you go. We need a cargo bay. I see. Cargo bays are useful to send resource packages between stations in close proximity. The same way you've been transferring materials from Atlas. Think carefully about where you place them to minimize travel time. Objective: build a T2 cargo bay on the DS Refine. Alright, where do we want to build them? Think carefully, huh? Probably right here, maybe? The backside of this? Cargo bay? We need to use a scavenger to, like, remove some of this. Let's see if that's possible right now. Scavenger. You can scavenge materials from derelict modules you see scattered around. Scavenging works the same as mining. Use your scanners to define composition and mining lasers to mine the modules. One important distinction with scavenging is that the materials don't need to be further refined. It can be immediately used for construction. Yep, okay. Go there. I get to a...
Construction completed.
Well, I might not need to, but we'll see. Let's, Here, where do I want to go? Let's go with this one. Yeah, see, a little wonky there. The wrong nav point. It's going this way, cancel. Can I travel to that? Select station? Hail? Ooh, look at that, we can hail them. Trying to figure out how to get towards that. Oh well, let's just manually move. And see if we can get some of these debris. Careful with how much you're hauling. More cargo means more mass, and the ship's gonna start feeling sluggish. All these scavenged materials will come in handy. You can always reroute resources in your storages to other ships that might need more. Okay. How much is in my storage? I don't have anything in my storage. Enable scanners.
Scanners online.
Oh yeah, scanning that, right. I think it was I key, right, to show you what's debris. There you go. And then lasers.
Mining online.
What's in here? Is it Do I need to get closer? How much closer are we talking here? I'm like literally next to the damn thing. It says proximity alert too. Is it working? It's working, right? There you go, scanning. It's gotta scan first before we can mine it. I think it's working, right? Debris? Right click? Or no? Maybe I gotta get closer. Mining is on, right? No operation selected. Get closer. Okay, there we go. I think it started into mine now. Yep, it's just a matter of getting closer. There we go. What is it sucking up? Yeah, while you're doing that, let's go back to the restore and see what's going on with the deposit colonist to DS2. Okay. Right click. Energy. What was the directions? We can now send colonists to the station to settle in. Let's start with 20. Send colonists to DS Refine. Trade. Withdraw. 20. Jesus, you're taking 20 from my people? From the trade? From the restore, right? I don't know. Can we take colonists? Let's go back to the restore. Can I take some from this? Trade. Do they have colonists? They do have colonists. Oh, I can withdraw 20 from them. Alright, I'll take 20 from that. Yes, it's kind of like the ATM machine. Give me 20 colonists. Here's my PIN number. Can I take water from you? Oh yeah, I can. I'll take 100. Because my main ship has no water. Alright, your refinery should now be able to function. You can test them out by sending some chunks from Atlas to your new refinery station, and by opening the context menu, just right-click a refinery and select a material to start refining. Let's, okay, once you're ready to process, we'll need to do something about these guns. They seem perfectly functional, but they will require ammo. The best thing is to produce it locally, so now let's build a T2 manufacturing module. Let's do it. The manufacturing module is an industrial beauty. She can produce anything from any ordnance we might need to nuclear and ionite fuel. Alright, let's build. T2 manufacturing. No, it's not T2 module. Uh-oh, because that thing is in the way. Shit. Nope, that's also in the way. That's also in the way, huh? Yeah, okay, how about down here? Alright, that is fine. Holy shit. Okay. The question is, do we have enough? What does it use? It's missing, what is that? T something? TH something, right? Thorium. Okay, are we missing anything else? Oh, it's missing SI too. Yes. I thought I have like a ton of SIs. No, I have SIs. Yeah, I have a ton of SIs. It's just not being delivered from the constructors right now, that's all. But I'm missing thorium for sure. Alright, let's go back to the scavenger, see what's up with them. Oh hey, they got rid of that chunk over there. Let's move forward a little bit. These wrecked modules are cluttering up the whole sector. Let's clean up this mess and give us some breathing room. Start with this hunk of junk here, and then move on to the cleanup. On to clean up the old station. Steps. Mine all debris. Wow, this training mission has a lot more going to it, huh? I think last time I ended up not doing the scavenging, but... Okay. Which path? Nothing's missing, right? Just undocking. How's this coming along? It's almost done. 37, 38, 50, 11... Whatever.
Construction completed.
Okay, however, regulation states that these volatile materials need to be stored in separate individual T2 parts storage container. Very well. Build a T2 T2 part storage. Objects built as one. Yeah, okay, cool. T2 storage. I gotta choose a DS refinery. We gotta choose the B. Part storage. Yep. Go. Cancel. B off. Okay, that should be done. Oh, it's missing Cobalt and SI. Jesus Christ. So much need, huh? Cobalt. No, we have Cobalt, right? No, we do have Cobalt. See, we have a bunch of Cobalt on our ship. I think it's the FE is what we don't have. Draw. Yeah, we're kind of low on the FE. Iron. Yeah, a lot of this also reminds me of the Crust. Setting up all this automation stuff and production chains. And of course the Outworld Station. Yeah, if you like any of these games that I've mentioned, this game, Starminer, is definitely going to be up your alley. Build a cargo bay. Alright, so we finished that, right? Well done, we're almost finished. One more thing to take care of. Any industry grades generates a lot of heat, and overheated modules will automatically shut themselves off until they cool back down to working temperature. Not great for business, alright? It's very important to increase your heat capacity by funneling excess heat into radiators or dumpers. Now, construct some radiators in appropriate place. Some radiators in appropriate place. Your current station's total heat capacity is represented here. Okay. Objective: build two thermal module on the DS refinery. Okay. Let's go back to the DS refinery. Hit the B button. That one. What is it? Thermal module, right? Where's the thermal modules? On the DS2 refinery. I don't see the thermal module. Oh, the list is very long. Let me scroll down. There we go. Oh, because something is blocking it. Oh my god. That thermal module is huge, huh? Holy shit. Where's the thermal module? Oh my god, I can't even do it on that one. Which direction are we talking here? I'm running out of space to do any of this. Can I add a new module to this? Let's do that. See if I can... I should be able to do it sideways, right? Oh, if you click on stuff, it'll tell you what it's capable of accepting. There you go. Whew. Perfect. Let's just do that then. Yeah, so if you roll your mouse over the module slot, it will tell you what it can fit in there. Kind of handy. Yeah, so this other scavenger thing is like a side mission. We might not need to complete that. I mean, we kind of got the gist of it. And it's running out of power.
Warning, low energy.
Oh no.
Construction completed.
I don't need a scan
Scanners
anymore.
offline.
Hey, thanks for the follow. That's that. DS Refined is now fully operational, and you have a new appreciation of the art of station construction. This concludes our business here. You may proceed to the next training module. However, feel free to continue building and experimenting, sending you construction blueprints for some new modules if you want to try them out. Okay. Now, let's not stick around on this. I got the gist of it all. Hopefully you guys got the gist of it all. I already know how to do this stuff. Go ahead and save this. That's fine if we want to continue with the whole ordeal.
Low energy.
With the scavenger. The mini mission. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump in. And do the final training. Combat and progression. This should go by really fast.
Welcome, Commander.
Alright, fleet and base management. Right. Welcome. In this module, we will cover some research, combat, and progression basics. We have to have some hostiles. Sorry, we seem to have some hostiles in this area. You'll be taking the Vulcan for a bit of a combat patrol. It's a decent gunship, outfitted with the tools you'll need. Okay, alright. First things first, we'll outfit the Vulcan with a more powerful T2 thruster module. To begin, we will need to generate some research points with the help of the T2 research lab on it. Press tab to open the operations screen, or click on the highlighted button. Yep, alright. Navigate to the research tab and unlock the research lab module. I'm sending you some credits for the initial unlock. Objective, T2 research station, research lab. Yep, okay. Boom. Research lab. Then unlock this. Yes.
Upgrade complete.
As you may have noticed, the Research T2 Thruster module is currently locked by your current rank. You'll gain more experience by constructing modules, selling resources, destroying enemies, and completing objectives. Okay. Now, construct the newly unlocked research lab on the Marie Curie Station. Marie Curie Station, and you'll earn enough experience for a potential select... For a promotion. Select the Marie Curie and press B to enter the lab mode, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I already know that. Let's build out this. Select her. Marie Curie. Mariah Carey. Alright, so B mode. And you want me to do a T2 research lab, right? Let's do it on this module here. Research lab, yep. My god, my Vulcan's out of water, huh? Hopefully we don't need the water. Oh no, sorry. The station is missing water. Yeah, the station is missing water.
Construction complete. Warning, low energy.
Good, you've just leveled up and received a new rank. Each rank unlocks higher tier modules and upgrades in the research screen and lets you choose a new modifier that applies to all your stations. You can exit the build module and click on your character window on the top left. To rank up screen, select a new perk from the list. Choose character modifier. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so I want the advanced research, right? I guess they don't have advanced research perk here. Ballistic, weapons expertise, kinetics. Go with kinetics training, I guess. I don't think it matters too much. I completed this fairly quickly off recording. Good. Now you obtain the rank of lieutenant. You have unlocked the ability to research the T2 thruster module. Sure, okay. Certain unlocks, such as the T2 research lab, require only credits. Higher tier research consumes research points, which are produced and stored in the research labs. Advancing in rank increase both your storage capacity and the number of labs you may construct. Got it. To speed along the process, you have been provided with enough research points to unlock the T2 module. Objective: research the T2 thruster module. Okay. Go back here. And then, wow, they just gave us everything. Oh, nice. That normally takes a long time to do if you do happen to play it in sandbox mode.
Upgrade complete.
Or survival mode. Well done, you can now construct the T2 thruster module. If you haven't already, you may now take control of the Vulcan. Possess the Vulcan. Okay, yeah, sure. Close. Vulcan. Right-click, possess.
Warning, hull breach detected.
Oh shit, huh? Looks like your gunship is a bit damaged from its last patrol, since it has no construction engineers or metal storage. You'll get some help from the constructors from the Marie Curie. Move in closer if you're out of range. Repair the Vulcan. Alright, let's just autopilot. We've got our own repair guys, too, doing the work. We may not have enough resources. Yeah, the SI is kind of missing. That should do it. Now construct a medium thruster on the back. These thrusters provide a lot of boost on demand, but may require more managing to use efficiently. Okay, alright. Thruster modules. Medium thruster module. Let's go with B. Boom. Medium thruster modules. It's on the back, right? Move that.
Construction completed.
Okay, now that the thruster is constructed, you can activate it along with any other thrusters you have by pressing the corresponding number key on your keyboard. With multiple thrusters, you can also group them individually by right-clicking on the module and selecting a new group. Try this now. Okay. So, with multiple thrusters, you can also group them individually by right-clicking on the module and selecting a new group. Do this now. Yeah, sure. Set up the thrusters group. How many? I guess, we already have one set. Oh, that's using it! No!
Warning,
Oh, shit! Oh my fucking god. Oh yeah, not, oh my god. We're definitely gonna reload. That's bad. Reload this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, repair it. Let's get close. Alright, let me make sure I save it so the autosave doesn't get overwritten. This is the V, the Vulcan, right? VV. Save that, return. Just in case the auto save does not wipe it out. Alright, so construct thruster modules. E key, thruster modules. Boom. Yeah, so the idea here is that it wants you to set up groups. Kind of like in real-time strategies, you can choose to activate certain things in your group. So if you want certain thrusters to fire and not completely drain your energy, you set up like a group 1, and then you want to like fire all thrusters, then you can do a group 2, and then you can move faster that way. And that's what they're trying to teach us right here. And also, later you can also set groupings for weapons too. Alright, yeah, thrusters, yeah, sure, set up the group thrusters, yep. Get out of this, click on... Forgot how to get the group setting. Operations? No, right? Hang on, I forgot how to set up the... right-click on the module and select a new group. Do this now. Right, okay, so right-click on this module. There we go. And then set this to 1. Well, it's already set to 1, but... let's set it to 2. Well done. A similar functionality applies to weapons, though with some key differences. Yeah? Weapons are not automatically assigned to a group, but they are assumed to be always active. You can also place weapons into groups and select which group you want to be firing at any one time. Roger that. Use these to conserve ammunition and power on ships that are heavy with many different weapon systems. Group your weapon systems according to your preference now. How? Right-click any of the weapon modules, and let me show you the modules list here, to assign it to a group. To select that group, hold Shift and press the corresponding number key. Roger. If a group is selected, that group will fire. However, if no group is selected, all weapons systems will be active and will seek targets. Objective. Set up weapon groups. Okay. Here, where's this one? Right-click on that. We're going to set you up to group 1. Alright, all systems are operational and ready to go. Vulcan is armed with 2 military lasers, perfect for targeting small, mobile targets at close range, as well as T2 Mass Driver, which is a projectile weapon that consumes ordnance and can deal significantly more damage to larger targets at long range. Affirmative. Use your thruster to burn quickly to the target location, and then turn it off, and use your retro thrusters to stabilize your velocity on approach. Retro thrusters. We're going to be using the dampeners, so that should help us. Keep an eye on your power supply. We don't want you tumbling out of the solar system now, do we? Okay. Your targets await good hunting. Eliminate enemy presence. Okay, got it. Fine, let's click off this. And then my target is over there. Let's click on that. Let's fly to it. Click on this. Go back to sensors. Oh, it's doing all the work now, huh? Automatically. Destroy enemies at location. That's just a, what is that, a nest or something? A nest. An alien nest or something. Alien scums. Enemy
Warning,
roamer.
hull breach detected.
Oh shit, they're firing back? Or the debris is hitting us. Oh, come on! Area is secure. Good cleanup job. This concludes this training module. You should Now have all the basic skills you need to build, mine, expand, and protect your mining operations in the solar system. Good luck out there, Commander. Cool! That was quick, right? Very quick. We don't need to be on this anymore. Let's go ahead and exit the main menu. Exit. Alright, so this will conclude my video coverage for Starminer training session, right? This is all the training stuff, and these are the 3 things that we've covered today. They're all broken into chapters on my video description, so you can jump around. And then I'm going to do the campaign in our next episode. I'm going to do it live after the developer gives me a brand new update to this, I guess this build here that I've got. So this is what I've got here at the top of the screen as my version number, my build number. This is the early access shipping build. And there are bugs that I've encountered, and they're not included in this video coverage because I had to do multiple recording sessions, so I'm going to be piecing this video together. You're lucky that you don't have to go through all the frustrations that I went through with all the bugs that I found. But hopefully they'll fix all that when we do the campaign. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I highly recommend adding this game to your wish list if you're into Space Haven, Outworld Station. This game is definitely something worth checking out. It's got a lot of the Battletech-like MechWarrior vibe because you're piloting a ship and building modules and different weapons and such. Very cool. Don't forget to catch me live for the campaign stream, or just watch my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This game is being released in about 2 days. 3 days. 2 to 3 days, depending on when this video goes up. Wednesday, May 27th, into early access. And I do have extra game keys to give away. And thank you so much, by the way, developers, for hooking me up. I have tons of game keys. Let me give a shout out here to the developer. Cool and Good Games, self-publishing. If you happen to win the monthly giveaway, you can choose this game key as your game of choice. And I'm probably going to do the giveaway probably Tuesday night. So probably tomorrow night during my live stream for the campaign. Maybe tonight, but we'll see. But definitely Tuesday night when I stream, you guys can enter into the giveaway and then pick this as your game key of choice. And then you can get a head start before the game launches on the 27th if you win. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for more. And thank you so much for watching.